Hi friends, welcome back to my channel पढ़िए with प्राची। आज हम कंटिन्यू करने वाले हैं some applications of trigonometry class 10 CBSE mathematics. So let's begin.
So welcome back to day 2 of applications of trigonometry. We introduced this chapter. It is basically a continuation from the previous chapter on trigonometry, how we are using the trigonometric ratios and trigonometric ratios of certain angles to in the real world applications. And we went through certain definitions: angle of elevation, angle of depression, line of sight, and we solved some questions on this. Problem sums. This chapter would be full of problem sums where we need to translate the question into a figure diagram and then find out the answer, right? So we are continuing with exercise 9.1 and we are going to do select few questions remaining for the class today. So let's start. We'll work on question number 6. A 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. Okay. The angle of elevation from his eyes to the top of the building, right, is 30 degree, which means this is the horizontal level, this is the line of sight, this is the angle of elevation. Now, when it says that the angle of elevation from his eyes to the top of the building increases from 30 to 60 degree as he walks towards the building. So, for example, if he's at this point, then this becomes 60 degree. So you need to find the distance, that is this distance, which he walked towards the building. All right. So let's just first make this. We'll EFG. This is the question we have translated into the figure right here. Understood? Now we know BC is equal to EF, and let's say it is equal to X, which we need to find out the distance he walked towards the building. CD is equal to FG. We don't know the value, but we know CD is equal to FG. So first let's consider triangle ACD. And before this, we know BE is equal to DG is equal to CF is equal to 1.5, which is the height of the boy. So what is AD? AD will be AG minus DG. 30 minus 1.5, just 28.5. So when we look at triangle ACD, we know AD. We can find out CD. How? By doing tan 60. Tan 60 is equal to root 3, which is equal to AD by CD. So CD will be equal to AD by root 3. Yeah, I'll just shift this here. What is AD? AD is 28.5 by root 3. Okay. Now we need to find out, so we know this now. We need to find out EF, right? We need to find out EF or BC, whatever. So let's look at triangle. I'm just making it here because the figure is here. Triangle ABD. Okay. In triangle ABD, we know again AD, which is 28.5. We know CD. BC is X, right? So what is tan 30? Tan 30 is again 28.5 by X plus CD is tan 30, which is root 3. Sorry, 1 by root 3. I have just, what I've done is I've just rubbed a few points out so that it is clearer. So in triangle, so net what we have done is we have found out CD, which is this. Now what is tan 30? 1 by root 3. So X plus, we know what is CD. is equal to 28.5 root 3, right? What is x? 28.5 root 3 minus CD. What is CD? 28.5 by root 3. So let's take 28.5 common. Root 3 minus 1 by root 3. What will that be? So 28.5, 3 minus 1 by root 3. Now what we can do is we can just multiply and divide by root 3. So this is 3. 3 and 28.5 are divisible, right? 9.5. And this is 2 and this is root 3. So what is this? 19 root 3. So this is the distance he traveled. EF, BC, whatever, right? Understood? Now let's move on to next question. Which one should we do? Let's do question number 8. Okay, it says that a statue 1.6 meter tall stands on the top of a pedestal. Okay, so we can probably show the pedestal by a different color. Right, so it stands on top of a pedestal. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degree. And from the same point, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestals is 45. So this is 45. This is 60. This is the pedestal. And this is the statue. This. Okay, we know this. Find the height of the pedestal. We know the height of the statue, which is 1.6. We know this is, so let's just translate it into our triangles. So we know AD is equal to 1.6. Okay. We need to find the height of the pedestals. We need to find DC. If you look at triangle DBC, right, we know tan 45 is 1. Any which ways we know it's an isosceles right angle triangle. Anyways, tan 45 is 1. Basically, BC and CD are equal. BC equal to CD is equal to X or whatever you want to say. Now let's look at triangle ABC. This is 1.6, this is X, and this is 1.6 plus X. So let's do tan 30. 1.6 plus X, tan of 60 is equal to tan of 60. So 1.6 plus X is equal to root 3X. So X is equal to 1.6 by root 3 minus 1. Let's multiply and divide by root 3 plus 1. 3 minus 1, 2, 0.8. So the answer is, I'll just write with a different color. The answer is 0.8 root 3 plus 1. This is the height of the pedestal. Let's move on to question number 11. Okay. The question says, a TV tower stands vertically on a bank of a canal. Okay. From a point on the other bank, directly opposite the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degree. So this is another bank. So this is one bank. This is the other bank of the canal, directly opposite the tower. Then from another point 20 meter away from this point, the angle of elevation is 30. We need to find the height of the tower. We need to find out the width of the canal. Okay, so let's see this. A, B, C, D. Let the height of the tower be H. Let the width of the canal be X. Right, so we'll first take triangle ABD. Tan 30, right, because we don't have a hypotenuse involved here. What is tan of 30? 1 by root 3, which is equal to H by 20 plus x. So what is, so one equation is root 3h is equal to 20 plus x. One is this equation. Let's look at triangle ACD. Tan of 60, which is root 3, is h by x. So what is h? Root 3 of x. We'll substitute this value of h here. When we substitute the value of h, this becomes this. So we solve for x, x becomes 10, right? So the width of the canal is 10. What is the height? Height is 10 into root 3. So the height of the tar is this. So this is the answer. Let's move on to another question. Okay, question number 12. Let's do 12. We are doing randomly certain questions. The remaining questions I expect, obviously, you are going to do it. This is an indication, this is a guideline of how the questions are to be approached, how the questions are to be solved. What is it that you, and I'm solving a number of questions so that you have the way of solving, you have the idea, and you have how I've taken you through. So it's like a classroom session, right? But as a classroom session happens, I'm not going to solve all the questions. In fact, I could have ideally ended it in the last class itself, but obviously we can't do that. We need to go through certain examples together, and hence that's what I've done. The remaining questions, which are both examples. So what I would expect you to do is the remaining examples, you need to go through them without looking at the solution. Look at the question, make the diagram, solve it, and then check your answer. So that's why examples are good in that way. You should do the examples without looking at the solution. Exercise questions, do the questions which are remaining. Check your answers from the back. You're going to get to know, right? And if you have any questions remaining, you know what to do. You can write them in the comment section. You can write them in the feedback section and all of the places, right? So let's move to question number 12. From the top of a 7-meter high building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower from the top of a 7-meter high building. Okay. So I guess I was quick in making. So basically there is a building 7-meter tall. The angle of elevation at the top of a cable tower, that means yahan se, the angle of elevation of a cable tower is 60. And the angle of depression of its foot is 45. This is the cable tower. And this is the building, whatever. Determine the height of the tower. What is height of the tower? Here we know that this is 7, right? This is 7, so this is also 7. This is 7, so this is also 7. How? 45 degree. I'm just taking you through it, breezing you through it. You don't need to, obviously, you have to write each and every point. This is 7, this is 7. So now we know this is, so height of the tower is, if this is x, so height of the tower is x plus 7. So we know for this triangle, we know it is x, and we know this is 7. So what is tan 60? Root 3, which is what? X by 7. So what is x? 7 root 3. So what is the height of the tower? X plus 7, which is what? 7 1 plus root 3. Okay? Done? Very fast. I took you through this question real fast. Let's look at more questions. A 1.2 meter tall girl. Okay, a 1.2 meter tall girl spots a balloon moving with the wind in a horizontal line. So there is a balloon. Okay. At a height of 88.2 meter with the wind in a horizontal line at a height of 88.2 meters. So this height of the balloon from the ground is 88.2 meter. She spots this balloon, right? Okay. The angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl at any instance is 60 degree. Okay. Okay, so this angle is 60 at this point. If you just want to mark this point is B, this point is C, this point is A, this point is D, whatever, I've just marked something here. Right, AD equal to CE equal to 1.2, BC is given as 88.2. Okay. Now it's saying after some time the angle of the elevation reduces to 30 degrees. Reduces to 30 degrees means that the balloon has gone ahead in life. I don't know why I made that joke. Balloon has gone ahead in life. This angle becomes 30. Such a big angle I've made. This is all again 88.2. Okay. So what is the question? Find the distance traveled by the balloon during the interval. So we need to find out AR. This is what we need to find out. PQ is also 88.2. Its balloon is traveling in horizontal line. We know two angles. What is AR? Essentially AC plus CR, right? So what we'll do is from triangle DBE, we'll find out DE. Okay? Triangle PEQ, we'll find out EQ. Then AR will be equal to what? DE plus EQ, right? Concept मैंने बता दिया आपको. Will you be able to do it? You will be able to do it, right? I know you will be able to do it. Let me know. Do you want me to solve it? सॉल्व करने जाएंगे तो बहुत ही सिंपल है. ये 88.2 पूरा है तो ये आपका 87 हो जाएगा. ये इतना लेंथ. ठीक है. जब ये बड़े ट्राइंगल को लेंगे, I don't know why I've written PEQ. Okay. I don't want to edit this out. So I was trying to be a little थोड़ा स्टाइल मार रही थी मैं, बट ठीक है. हम ट्राइंगल BDE में हम DE निकालेंगे. ठीक है. कैसे निकलेगा DE? अब स्टाइल मार ही लिया तो अभी कर लेते हैं. BE क्या है? 87 है. 88.2 माइनस 1.2 87 है. तो DE क्या होगा? DE is so we know tan 60 क्या है? Tan 60 is √3, right? So which is 87 by DE equal to √3. So DE is 87 by √3. ठीक है. अभी दूसरा ट्राइंगल लेंगे बड़ा वाला PDQ. मैंने ट्राइंगल में PEQ लिया, वो क्या है? आई डोंट नो क्या है वो. अभी PEQ में एक्चुअली I'm just thinking, why did I need to find out DE at all? We just need to find out, okay, the question was find the distance traveled with the balloon during the interval. Oh, okay, so it means this distance. EQ निकालना था. मेरा ओरिजिनल यही गलत है. चलो यार देख लिया करो यार. EQ निकालना है हमें. This is how what happens when I'm also going through the question along with you guys. And I haven't practiced as much. This is what happens. So practice करो, questions ठीक से पढ़ो and सही से करो. मेरी गलतियों से सीखो. ठीक है. यही बोल सकती हूँ मैं भी, और क्या बोलूँ. I don't want to say that I'm a bad teacher or anything, right? Tan 30 equal to 1 by √3, which is equal to 87 divided by this पूरा DQ. So DQ क्या हो जाएगा? DQ हो जाएगा तुम्हारा 87 √3. तो ये इम्पॉर्टेंट है. और हमको निकालना क्या असली में? हमें EQ निकालना है. तो EQ is what? 87 √3 minus 87 by √3. Not what we'll do is, so it'll net क्या है ये? 87 into 2 by √3. अगर हम ऊपर √3 ले जाएंगे और नीचे 3 रख लेंगे तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? 229 है ना, विच इज 58 √3. बहुत कचरा कर दिया मैंने इस क्वेश्चन का. आंसर इज 58 √3. बहुत कचरा कर दिया. कोई बात नहीं, that's fine. Happens. Let's look at the last question for this exercise. A straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. So एक highway है, इसके एंड में एक टार है. वाओ 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 वाओ, द टार जो है ना नाच रहा है ऐसे. ओके, अ मैन स्टैंडिंग एट द टॉप ऑफ द टार ऑब्जर्व्स अ कार. सो यहाँ पे एक आदमी है, उसको एक कार दिख रहा है यहाँ से. सो दिस इज द एंगल 30 degree which is approaching the foot of the tower with uniform speed. 6 seconds later, the angle of the depression is found to be 60 degree. ठीक है. Find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from this point. इसमें उन्होंने बस ये बोला है कि ये 6 seconds का डिफरेंस है, ना ही उन्होंने टाइम बताया है. स्पीड क्या होता है? डिस्टेंस बाय टाइम. टाइम बताया, स्पीड भी नहीं बताया, कुछ नहीं बताया. तो वेरिएबल आपका स्पीड भी हो गया, डिस्टेंस भी हो गया, एंगल से आपको सब पता करना है. नाउ दिस लाइन इज ऑब्वियसली पैरेलल टू दिस, सो दिस इज इक्वल टू 30 एंड दिस इज इक्वल टू 60. ठीक है, ए बी सी डी. Now let the distance and time, let the distance and speed be represented by D and S respectively. So for triangle ABC, for triangle ABC, let's do triangle ACD first. ठीक है, एंड ये H है, कॉमन है दोनों में. ठीक है, तो tan ही निकालना पड़ेगा. इसमें tan 30 निकालते हैं, इसमें tan 60 निकालते हैं. tan 30 क्या है आपका 1/√3. tan 60 क्या है आपका √3. tan 30 क्या है h by. Now what is the distance? If this time is 6 seconds, distance will be s 6s. So BC will be 6s plus CD. We need to find the time taken to cover this. What will that be? Distance upon speed. Speed is s. So हमको CD निकालना है, हमको s निकालना, हमको सब कुछ निकालना है यहाँ पे भी बैठ के. तो we are going to figure it out. तो पहले ये है, ठीक है. तो एक इक्वेशन आपका बना 6s plus CD is equal to √3h. बहुत अच्छा सा नहीं लग रहा है, आपको इसको x भी कर सकते हो. Let us consider CD is equal to x. ये s है. तो अभी हमारे पास 3 वेरिएबल दिख रहे हैं. अभी जो हम देख रहे हैं 3 वेरिएबल्स है ना. देख लेते हैं. We'll figure out what is the answer. So here this is equal to h by x. So h is √3x. H is √3x, so h is √3x is 3x, right? So x is 2s. What is this? Time taken to cover CD is x by s, right? So what is x? 2s by s. 2 seconds. Time taken to cover CD is 2. एक सेकेंड. This is 2 actually. This is 3. 6x plus x equal to √3h. h की वैल्यू √3x सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे तो ये 3x हो जाएगा. x जब यहाँ जाएगा तो 2x हो जाएगा, तो x is equal to 3s हो जाएगा. यहाँ 3s हो जाएगा, तो टाइम is equal to 3 seconds हो जाएगा. Understood? So hopefully you understood this.
I hope you guys understood what I've taught here. For otherwise, you can always reach out to me anywhere. You know it. You know the drill. Social media handles, comment section, live session. Email me. Till then, सीखे with Prachi, जानिए with Prachi, पढ़िए with Prachi. And obviously, like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel.